All right, if you're using a Rhino file that's been linked into Revit in the model component and mass, you can also put adaptive components on. And I'm just gonna manage links and let's get rid of 1A for right now. So I'm just gonna work with this guy for right now. So if you want to do a divided surface and put an adaptive component on this, you would take this and go to edit in place. And basically it's similar to editing the family. And then you would come in and pick the surface. So let's go ahead and maybe grab this surface. So I'll tab select in until I get that surface. And then I can divide that surface, right? And so you can see that it's dividing it, okay? It divides these a little different, like I don't know, you see how it's kind of clipping it, so you might have some different issues with this. But once you do that, you can go to the surface representation and turn the nodes on, and you get the same kind of options. And so now if I go to insert and load family, right, I'll just grab these guys, right? It's going to load them in. And you really do need for this one to use your project browser to get to them. So I'm going to close up my views for right now and expand my families and close up my annotation symbols and go down to my generic models. And that's where they're going to come in. And so if I come in and grab this 2-point louver straight and I just go 1, 2, right? There it is. And I can pick that. Let me edit type it, and let's see what it looks like at 0 inches. 0. So maybe at 90, right? So if it's at 90 degrees, then I can repeat that, right? And now I've got louvers going across there. You're going to get breaks in it when it clips a node off, and that's really kind of all. There's not much you can do about that. You just have to work with it. I could also come in at this point and change the divisions. So if I wanted this to be 6, right? Oops, not 16. Oh, now it's going to do 16, right? But maybe this is just 6, right? And if you wanted to get these kind of closer, you could actually come in and divide that more often. Like if I did 24 here, you'd get half, get halfway closer. But that's always kind of a pain. So, but you can go in and do that. The other things that you can do, so if I delete this guy, just sort of play around with them. Like there's this 3-point louver in here, and if I drag it out, you know, just like I did in the previous one, you can kind of, right, and then repeat that. And you can do multiples at once, right? So the 3 is going to skip the 2. Maybe I'm going to come in and drag the 2-point louver in, and I want some kind of verticals going through here as well. So I'll pick that guy and edit type, and let's pull it down to like 1 foot. And then I'll repeat that, right? So if I repeat that, now I've kind of got, you know, that guy rolling along with that. And I think the issue that you're going to have is that it's not actually getting rid of the face. Let me see. Let's get rid of the surface. It looks like, unfortunately, you might have to turn off the masses altogether to get it to work, unlike the conceptual mass. But it will put it on the face of that. It's possible that you could come in and I don't think modify. Yeah, it won't let me. How about if I will it let me paint? Let me go to glazing. The face. I didn't think it would. So there is some limitations, but you can kind of play around with this guy. And then if I come in and now I'm in here, shaded, right? Yeah, now you do have that on the side of it, but if I go to my visibility graphics, the mask is off. Let's see, the masses are off. Let's see. Let's go to massing in sight, show mask by view settings, right? So unfortunately, it doesn't disappear the surface. So if I come in and turn my masses on, it's just going to show everything, right? It's going to show the background face, so it doesn't get rid of that face. So you would have to, come in and do this and hide the masses. So it's a little bit more difficult in with the Rhino model.